I have doubted myself. I've second-guessed myself the whole time. Making the switch causes a lot of self-doubt. My heart's with figure. I love figure so much. I have had that self-doubt looming over my head. Should I have just stayed in the division I originally competed in? With Kristen helping me so much in this growing season, I finally think I can do it. Like, I could start to envision it. Hey guys, so today I thought I would actually talk about my first experience in a gym. So as you know, if you have watched any of my episodes or go on my Instagram, I do talk about my fitness journey and kind of how it got started. So I started my fitness journey literally just walking. That's all I started doing, and I created that habit so my body got used to working out, and I actually craved the movement. So I wanted to create that healthy habit first. I didn't start going to the gym until after a year and a half of working out at home. So as you can see, I worked out mostly at home, and most of my workout routines were HIIT based, high intensity interval training. So I actually just went on YouTube, typed in HIIT cardio, and I started doing that. And then I thought to lose weight I had to become a vegetarian. I lost weight because I was in a caloric deficit, not because I was vegetarian, but I knew nothing about food. Like, I went from having an eating disorder to being pregnant to knowing nothing about food. So I'm like, I need to lose weight, I'll be a vegetarian. Probably wasn't getting enough protein. So instead I just kept working out until I felt I looked good in clothes. And then I decided, and then that's when I started following more figure competitors and bikini competitors. I wanted more of that toned look. I didn't realize till I started researching it, to get that toned look, you have to have a foundation of conditioning underneath your fat. So then I started... I'm laughing because I will show you videos of this and how wrong my form is, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to copy them. Like, here's a video of my lateral raises, that my form is so bad because I'm like overextending like all the way up here, and you don't want to do that because you can mess up your shoulder. Like, so it makes me laugh because I didn't know what I was doing, and every step of the way I was terrified, but I still kept going. So that's more so of a beginning if you don't want to watch my other YouTube videos, which is perfectly fine. But that kind of gives you an insight on how I started. So I realized I was very limited at the weights I could do at home, and I wanted to get the more muscular look. And I started being better with my macros. I ate a lot of egg whites and chicken and tuna. And so I was like, well, in order to do this, I need to go to the gym if I want to properly execute the muscle gain. You can do it at home, but I just felt like gyms were better equipped than being at home. So what I did is I would train legs one day, back one day, arms one day, shoulders one day, and then glutes one day, and then I took a rest day. So anyway, so I started looking it up, and this kind of ties in with what some people talk to me about online. When I do train people, I do require that they go to the gym with me for their very first time. The reason why I say this is I remember the first time I stepped in the gym. I pulled up to the gym. I sat in my car for not a hour. I literally sat in my car. I actually sat in my car like 3 times. I almost drove off. I was so scared, and I'll show you a picture of what I looked like. I was so terrified because I thought I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't thin enough, I wasn't muscular enough, and I had no idea what I was doing. And I was going into an establishment with all these confusing machines, and I felt like everyone was gonna look at me and know I was new to the gym and just like laugh and shame me out of the place. Like, that's literally what I thought was gonna happen. What really happened is, one, I looked confused. 2, I spent forever in there because I had no idea what the machines did, so I was Googling everything. And 3, no one laughed at me. No one, I think they were just like, oh, there's a new person, she looks super confused. Like, literally, that's it. Going to the gym is hard as a first timer. Like, you have to remember every time you see people post their stuff online about going to the gym, they've been doing that for a while, but they also had their first time. They also had their nerves, and they also had no idea what they were doing. So you need to stop comparing yourself and feeling down if you get nervous going to the gym, because that is a very valid feeling. Honestly, I get nervous at the gym. There was a question on my Facebook, or kind of an advice, about what do I do when I don't feel confident. Well, right now I'm training for the transition of figure competing, so I'm still have a year of improvements to do. I know I will be stepping on stage in a year or a half, like year and a half. And I know that I don't like wearing super exposing stuff because it makes me feel vulnerable. So for competition wise, when I do feel super self-conscious, I actually just wear sports bra and leggings, because my thought process is, if I could endure working out while feeling super self-conscious, then when I'm leaned down and I feel confident in how I look, walking on stage in a bikini is going to be a breeze. Another thing I do is, if you're not competing, if you just like going to the gym for fun, or if you're trying to get in shape, I do the old t-shirt and a sweatshirt. So I always do a warm-up set before I hit any higher volume reps or higher weight. That's to get the blood flowing, to get warmed up. I don't really stretch. I know I should. I don't. So those warm-up sets are very critical, because I don't want to go in to a movement super cold. So usually my choice is leggings and then a big t-shirt. Or some days, if I feel like showing off my arms, I cut off the sleeves of some t-shirts, old t-shirts I have, and I wear those. I think the biggest thing that I do now when I'm self-conscious is I wear a hat and I have over-the-ear headphones. I don't like in-the-ear headphones because it's so much easy for me to like get distracted by something, whereas if I have over-the-ear, I'm in my own zone. My phone's on do not disturb, or it's turned off, and I just blast my music, and I already have my workout written down. So before I even go to the gym, I already know what I'm going to do. And that really helps me, because I'm thinking about the gym before I go. When I'm in the gym, I'm in my zone. I visualize, like, if I know I'm going to be pushing higher weight and I haven't pushed that weight, I will sit back and I will visualize what I'm doing first and then do it. If I am exhausted and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't lift as heavy, I lower the weight, work on my form, and I think about the muscles that are being used. The mind-muscle connection really helps me out. And that's usually when I close my eyes and just think about the movement. So there are different variations that you can do to actually zone out and kind of be in your own head at the gym. Improvement season update. It's March 8th. I have 42 weeks to make improvements. In less than a month would have been a year from when I stepped on stage. So that's kind of really hitting me. It's hard for me to tell if these improvements are strictly muscle gain or if it's also fat gain when I look at these photos, which feels to me like it diminishes all the hard work I've put in. I know I'll get better with time, and I know that I've learned so much in this improvement season. So I'm taking what I've learned and I'm actually doing a lot better. Last week, my personal life just blew up. I'm going through a lot of stuff, which then what happens is when I feel down and sad, I go to food. And I didn't want to overly cheat on my diet, so I just had like rice cakes and honey and some peanut butter. The other night, I was kind of like the start of a binge, which sucked. After 4 or 5 rice cakes, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Like, I literally was sitting there watching junk TV, and I realized I was eating because I was sad and I was depressed. And I told my coach, because here's the thing is, if you have a coach, be honest with them. I am so comfortable with my coach that I have no fear of telling her, and you have to have that bond with your coach because they are so involved in your life. But so that's kind of where I have been. And I got a new workout program. So excited. I train back twice a week. Let me know what you guys want to see next time I do a day in the life. Let me know which workout day you want to see me do, and I might do it. I can assure you, and I will not show my son on YouTube, so I will reference to him. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and talk to you later.